When looking at factors, you want to think of factors as the opposite of multiples. The multiples for 28 that we already found were very much so larger than the number 28 because we were multiplying to get greater numbers. For factors, we're looking at the numbers that make up 28. We know that 1 times any number is itself, so we know that the factor list will always start with the number 1 and will always end with the number itself. So again, the numbers that make up whatever problem it's asking us to solve for factorization. And then we know, as a hint, our factor list will always start with 1 and will always end with that number because 1 times 28 gives us 28. From here, we're just going to use our divisibility rules going right down the line. So we can see that 1 times 28 will give us 28. The next number after 1 would be 2, so we're going to use our divisibility rules to figure, is 28 divisible by 2? And we know that 28 is an even number, therefore we know it has to be divisible by 2. So we know 2 times something equals 28. If you don't know that off the top of your head, you can always just do a very quick long division problem. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0, bring down our 8, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and that ends up going in evenly. So we know 2 times 14 also gives us 28. For our divisibility rules for 3, we would add the 2 digits that make up 28, so 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 is not divisible by 3, so we know 28 also will not be. So we know 3 won't be one of our numbers. The next number to question is 4. We know 8 is divisible by 4 and it's even, so we know 4 is going to be one of the factors, and we also know, hopefully from last year, from our math facts, we know 4 times 7 gives us 28. And from here, we can see that mirror, just like we did in class this year, for our 2 numbers that multiply to each other, we've hit our mirror. If you don't remember that, you can keep going. Obviously, 28 doesn't end in a 0 or 5, so it won't be divisible by 5. It can't be divisible by 6 because it's already not divisible by 3, not divisible by 7, not divisible by 8, not divisible by 9. So we know the factor list for 28 is 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, 28. And again, just like we learned this year, always start with the number 1 for factor lists and always end with that number itself as well.